Susan Hennessy, I want to play for you a piece of video that we just found. It shows Brett Kavanaugh back in 2015, getting back to what Joey Jackson was saying a few moments ago about what happened at Georgetown Prep, what happened during the high school days of Brett Kavanaugh. And here's Brett Kavanaugh talking about that, some video that's been unearthed by our team just the last few minutes.
Fortunately, we had a good saying that we've held firm to this day, as the dean was reminding me before the talk, which is what happens at Georgetown Prep stays at Georgetown Prep. That's been a good thing for all of us, I think.
Obviously, Susan, not a conclusive piece of video that says that he did anything, but it does speak to this notion that perhaps there are portions of his childhood that he would rather not come to light, I suppose. What do you make of how all of this is being handled and this possibility that we may have a hearing on Monday without Christine Blasey Ford?
Right, so I think that probably is more of an unfortunate joke, certainly one that he'll regret now. But I think it's important to realize that this is not a criminal trial. This is the confirmation of a Supreme Court justice. And what we have here is a credible accusation. Now, that doesn't mean it's a conclusive accusation. It doesn't mean it's proof. It doesn't mean that people have to believe it. But it is a credible accusation. And in these circumstances, it is the nominee that carries the burden to prove to the Senate and to the American people that he is fit for a lifetime appointment at the highest court of the United States. And so, there really is nothing necessarily suspicious about Dr. Ford taking her time here. Congressional testimony is difficult under the best circumstances. This might be the actual worst circumstances under which to testify. And so I really do think that what we would expect to see from Republicans and Democrats that actually wanted to be getting the truth here was take their foot off the gas, take the politics out of it a little bit to the extent that's possible, and actually engage, as Joey said, in some serious fact-finding. This isn't just politics. They have a constitutional obligation, constitutional function to discharge here.
Right, but where we are right now, though, is we are in such uncharted waters right now, and we have to be careful when we come out and say, whenever somebody makes an accusation, an allegation, we have to be careful not to prevent other people from coming forward. We absolutely have to. But because there is an allegation or an accusation, I do think as a society, and look, Joey probably sees this in the courts all the time, that we are quick to convict. I mean, if there's an allegation, then he is absolutely guilty right away. And that, in myself, I think has accelerated in this Trump era, where we're digesting news so quick, we're making decisions so quick right now that it's crazy. But I do agree with all of you that this should be shelved, this should be paused, and there should be a deep investigation.
I don't necessarily think that's fair at all. We have actually developed sort of some criteria by which we decide whether or not an accusation that remains an accusation is credible. If they told somebody contemporaneously, if they told someone before they developed the motive in this particular circumstances. So I do think that there is
I'm
some
not
difference
questioning
between,
whether she's, but
out of the blue accusations and what we're seeing here.
Let me just be very clear, and then I'll stop talking. The bottom line is, I'm not questioning whether she's telling the truth or not. I'm just saying let us not run quickly to conviction because of something being said. And I think we all are in agreement that this has to be go out longer than a week or several weeks for this to be.
And let the FBI be involved. What's this issue now where Trump's saying, oh, they don't want to be involved? I thought the president and the Department of Justice were in charge of the federal government. Should there not be vetting by the FBI? What is the rush here? What is the pushing? Everybody deserves the truth. And when you have the best law enforcement agency in the world, ought they not do their job? I think they should.
And we certainly need to get to the truth in all of this.
And Doug Jones told you, though, he himself said that each senator is going to basically go with their own gut. That's a concerning part, barring any more evidence going forward.
All right. Thanks to all of you. And we do want to get to the truth in all of this.